Tyler Rhinhart in the blue corner, Dakoda Weihs in the red, and they're off.
Big chop by Dakoda. Knee feints to set things up.
Bing, bang, bing.
Tyler just thumping at him, just throwing hands. Dakoda stalking him. Great pressure, good guard. Tyler really trying to initiate here, but he's super hand heavy. We're looking at a lot of activity out of Rhinhart, but it looks to be primarily defensive. You'll see he's backpedaling, probing the jab, but not trying to make big contact here. Then he's looking to step in the big shot like that power uppercut lead hook we just saw. Whereas Dakota's taking a lot more of his time. He's in a little more of an athletic posture. You can see how his knees bent, ready to pop. He's doing a ton of feinting, getting Tyler to take action and at times miss. I think Dakota's kind of playing into the second, third round where Tyler's trying to get right to it in this moment.
Weihs in great shape.
I'm jealous.
He's eating more cut than a Julian salad.
What kind of salad? Tyler's already set the distance control here, right? As Dakoda was pressuring in earlier in the round, Tyler was touching with the hands. And we can see now Dakota's not pressuring in as intently because he's expecting the boxing response from Rhinhart. This is now allowing Rhinhart to maintain that space and chop the legs as Dakoda comes in.
Well, yeah, especially since it seems like Dakoda has a little bit of the reach advantage here. If I was him, I'd utilize that jab to establish your own range.
Man, Dakoda is calm, cool, and collected. You saw in that last exchange, Tyler's throwing stuff at him. He's blocking it handily. But he might have kind of calmed himself into a bit of a hole because he is not executing offensively. His defense looks pretty good, but he does not really putting anything out there for Tyler to be forced to deal with. Tyler, however, tons of busy work. Not necessarily a ton of danger, but tons of busy work. So if he sets that precedent, he can lull Dakoda into a sense of safety and then explode with bigger shots.
Well, I wonder if some fighters, they sort of like not necessarily give away the first round, but they want to just, feel it out. So essentially he has, Dakoda Weihs did give away the first round just to see exactly, what does Tyler have to offer for these next two rounds.
Very possible, but these fighters got to remember, this is not Thailand. We, don't have 5 rounds, and we are scoring all 3 of the ones they are fighting.
Exactly.
When you fight overseas, the first round or 2 are for the crowd or the gamblers to pick who they want to bet on. So they don't even start scoring till round number 3. However, this is amateur rules and, well, American. So we're scoring all rounds and we only have 2 minutes to work. Dakota's got to realize that, and he has to activate in the second round and take over. He cannot lose another round.
And for the uninitiated and some of the finer points of the kickboxing scoring system, a premium is put on kicks over punches. So if we see a punch-heavy fight, it's a little tougher to call.
Yes, sir. So if we're talking Muay Thai rules, we have a Muay mat style, which is a boxing-based style. And in this case, like a Muay Thai, someone who's a big kicker, typically Muay femur, known as the technician. And you can see Dakoda trying to get things moving. He's got his feints, but Tyler's not biting. Dakoda's got to bite down his mouthpiece a little bit and just get in Tyler's zone and let him know that he's also here to do damage. More defensive posturing out of Tyler here. You can see that open back palm. Open palms are for defense. Closed fists are for offense. He is being reactive, but he's being very busy behind his lead hand and making it hard for Dakoda to open up. Ooh, good knee to the body by Rhinhart. I'd like to see him mix his hands and his feet together like he's now doing. Excellent read by Rhinhart.
He's working the body and the head.
Smart fighters do. You want to get a guy tired, you beat up his body. You want to knock a guy out, you hit him in the head. So go to one and then switch.
Yeah, Dakoda's not doing any sort of, he's not slipping out the way. He's just keeping his hands up and just coming forward.
There is no strike. Last warning.
Official making him aware. They're in straight kickboxing, so no clinching or striking from the clinch.
It really is quite tricky if you are a Thai fighter who's just looking to stay competitive and you're going to do kickboxing, because you can run into this problem where you habitually clinch. I love to clinch. I always had a hard time with doing kickboxing sessions for that same reason.
2 rounds down.
Yeah, so far I'd give those first 2 rounds there to Tyler Rhinhart. It just seems like he's just the more active fighter as he's, picking Dakoda apart. But Dakoda's just keeping those hands up and coming forward. He's still trying to pick his shots.
With these shorter rounds, these 2-minute rounds, they get a chance to sprint, but it just doesn't give you much time to make up ground if you start slipping.
Yeah, no, not at all. Like Ben Stark mentioned, overseas in Thailand, when you got 5 rounds, to me, that's more of a, you get more time those first 1 or 2 rounds to feel each other out. When it's 3 2-minute rounds, it's a sprint.
Yeah, 2-minute round, you should be able to burn the candle at both ends and still be pretty good at the end of things. If you're at the level of full contact competition and 6 minutes of work is too much for you, you got to reevaluate how hard you're training.
Well said. As you're preparing guys for these type of bouts, is that what the training environment is like? Is it focused on that, or is it just more standard like?
I'm always a technique first guy, but I do my very best to have sprint portions and cardio portions in all of my classes. So either your combo rate's high, you're moving a lot, you're doing a ton of footwork, etc. When we're talking about civilian classes, you only have so much time. With fighter classes, you can do a lot more of the nitty gritty. I remember when I was training, a lot of it was just 10 kicks on pads, 10 kick, just repping it out, because that's really what you're going to be doing. Nothing replaces using the tools of the fight at high volume to prepare you for using them at high volume.
Sure.
Oh, big left hook by Tyler, followed up by a big overhand. Dakoda is getting touched. You can see he's kind of overthinking this kickboxing rules now, as he doesn't want to lose a point for clinching maybe. He's just got to put something behind it. When he throws, he lands. He's just not continuing to throw. He might be concerned about Tyler's ability to respond with bigger shots.
And it seems like Dakoda Weihs here is just throwing 1 shot at a time. He needs multiple, strike combinations, at least, 3+ strikes at a time.
Yeah. Dakoda is allowing Tyler to win moving backwards. And most of the time, fighters don't win moving backwards. See how we have Tyler going in a circle, circling to his power side, and Dakoda just following him? We finally have an angle change out of Dakoda. If you can cut your partner off, you keep him within 1 or 2 panels, that man's in danger because the zone is closing like Fortnite. You keep him there and then you can execute. Otherwise, you're just chasing a dog chasing his tail, man. That was a bad reference.
I don't play Fortnite, but I understand what you mean.
Sorry, PUBG?
I don't play video games.
You know what? I'm sorry you're such an adult.
I am.
Okay. Miles is a big boy. He doesn't like fun. None of those games are fun. They just make you angry.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, your judges have reached a decision, a unanimous decision at that, for your winner, out of the blue corner, Tyler Rhinhart.